Okay. So what happens? This minimum error. Okay. Yi minus yi. I mean actual minus predicted. This square of the error is common for all kind of problems. Means even if it is not straight line or other thing, okay, this will hold true to minimize the error. Okay. Now, because we are talking about our line, we are trying to find the best fit line, straight line. That's why our equation is like this. This equation may change. Okay. But for this, our current problem, this is our equation. And now what we do, we put this value of yi bar in this equation, this error equation. So it becomes yi minus this term. Okay. You just substituted this value. Now our goal is to minimize this term. And this is the all derivation actually. First, what happened? Yes, please. Any question? Okay. So when yes जी हाँ बोलिए
ज्वाइन किया था
अच्छा अच्छा अच्छा
स्टार्टिंग से वापस बताइए ना
हाँ हाँ ओके हाँ ओके ओके नो प्रॉब्लम नो प्रॉब्लम so here this is our error term which we want to minimize and this is our line equation. Okay, now what we do, we substitute this yi bar in this error term with its value, so you will get this equation yi minus b naught minus b1 x1 square. Okay, and here our target is to find the minimum of this equation. Okay, and we want those value of b naught and b1 for which this equation will be minimum. Don't get confused that okay, y and x we need to find out here. We want to find out the equation of line y equal to b naught plus b1 x1. Okay, we want to find the equation of line. You need these two terms. One is slope. Okay, y equal to mx. So b1 is your slope and this is your intercept. Okay, so you need to find out these two. So when you need to find out these two, you need to do the partial derivative from in terms of what to say b naught and b1 both. Okay, so this is the whole derivation. Now I have shared it. If you are interested, you can go through it, okay, to understand. And once you do this, what to say, I think in calculus you might have studied earlier, right? In order if there's any parabola is there, right? Like this. And you need to find out, suppose this, I think the value is y equal to something like 2x square plus 1, something like this equation of this parabola. If you need to find out the minimum value of this, you differentiate this in terms of x. Okay, like I think this will be your 4x, something you do. Okay, and for that value, you try to do the differentiation and do this 0 equal to 0, and then you arrive at the minimum value, something like that you do. So same thing we are doing here. We just try to differentiate with this in terms of b naught and b1, and then equate it to 0 and solve this equation. Once you solve this, you will get value b naught plus and b1. That's it. Okay. So I'm not going into mathematical derivation line by line.
G square is derivative of this equation. To square, where is 2? 2 after the 2 is summation of yi minus something. No?
Right. So 2 is not important because it will be like
yes.
Yeah. So that's why I removed it.
Okay. No. You are written there here in the 6-7 line.
Right.
Derivative of B1 is just 2
Uh-huh.
summation. Yes, here you have written that.
Yeah, previously I mean, it was just for myself. I just did it. It was not to show someone. So, what to say? I just removed it in the first time. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh. Okay. So this was our ordinary least square method. Now, this method, if you see, okay, this method is for y equal to b0 plus b1x. Okay. Now suppose if my linear regression is having more term like b2 x2, I mean instead of one variable we are having multiple independent variable, then this becomes very difficult. Okay, let me explain this little bit more. Here, this is our equation which we try to find out. So we were having only two coefficient b0 and b1. So we were easily able to do that. If we are having more terms like b2 x2, b3 x3, then this becomes very much difficult. It becomes more and more difficult the more there are terms. Okay, so we need some different method which is very much general. It doesn't matter what is the equation of line or the logic. Okay, we should be able to do it easily. So for that, gradient descent is there. I think sometimes people, okay, okay, fine. I thought someone is asking question. Okay, so gradient descent. What is gradient descent? So here also, as I said, your this cost function will be same. Okay, every time y pred minus y actual squaring whole and then divide by number of data points. You may choose not to divide by number of data point also, that doesn't matter much. Okay, and here is your line equation, c equal to c plus mx plus c plus mx. Okay, now to understand gradient descent, we'll do one thing. So this is what is there, JMC is this. Okay, now what we do in JMC, we put this value c plus mx minus y actual. Okay, and we square this term. Okay, now we want to minimize this equation. That is our goal here. Okay, and to understand this, we just assuming that, okay, let's decrease one variable, one coefficient by making it equal to 0. Okay, so mx minus y actual. Okay, you square this and try to find the minimum value of this. Okay, jm, this is what I want to find out. And how to do that? Just differentiate with in respect to m, because we want the value of m, so you need to differentiate from m only. Okay, so if you see this equation is nothing but your parabola. You on the right hand side you can see this is your parabola, and you need to find the value of m on which this whole equation, this diagram is minimum. This point you need to find out, basically this m value. Is this is clear? Let me know if there is any question.
Rishi, in both the cases, in OLS case and the gradient descent,
Hmm?
so we are solving the hyperbola, like to get the minimum cost function only, right?
Right.
Minimize the cost function.
See, in case of OLS, what we did, we differentiated, differentiated with respect to M and C, and then directly substituted the method, right?
Right.
We equated it to 0 and substituted the value to find out the value of C and M. Okay. Now here, we are not going to substitute any value in the equation to find the value of M and C. We are going the other way to find through the calculus way. Okay, to find the minimum value of M directly instead of putting any kind of, this is iterative method. I will show you how, but that is the difference. I'm not coming on two equation and putting value of one from one equation to other equation. We are just going by differentiation method. Okay. Okay. So when you do this differentiation, okay, this one. So what happens when you do this? Okay, so what happens? Suppose it will come on this point. This when, okay, now tell me, if you have been given this equation and you are dividing, you are differentiating it with respect to that, what that terms means actually, whatever comes. When you do this is nothing but your slope of the line. Everyone agrees with me?
Yes, this is tan theta angle.
Yeah, so when you differentiate it, it will always give you slope at that point.
Slope at the point X, right?
Yeah. Okay, so what happens? This will give you this point, the slope at this point. Okay. I think little bit, this is mathematics, little bit. So if you need to, what to say, you may find it a little bit difficult to understand this. Okay. So don't worry, we'll give you here enough time to understand this. So what happens when you differentiate here? Okay. So we consider this C equal to 0. And now we are interested in the value of M for which this slope is minimum. The value of slope become here 0. So what we do and equate this to 0. So when this value is nothing but your slope, when you equate this to 0, you will get this minimum point, the point at which your error is minimum. This your whole equation, this parabola is your error. Okay. And this error is minimum at this point. And this is the value of M for which your error is minimum. So we are interested to find out this value M. This point is clear to everyone? You can take time to think. If there is anything missing, you tell me.
Rishiji, so basically during gradient descent, each and every point we are going to get one line, right? Which will at the end will get the minimized version, like M, the minimum point. Okay. So each time, what values are being considered in the equation so that we are trying to achieve the minimum here actually.
Sorry, can you please repeat?
In the equation, what values we are changing so that we are getting minimum?
Correct. I will show you. You mean that suppose at this point, I will say this is point 1. When you first time differentiated, you got this point, right? Now you are saying what I will do so that I will reach to this best point, right?
Yeah, Rishi, but point P1, for example, point P1, what values it has now? Is it X and Y actual, right?
X and Y actual. Okay. You mean that what is the value of this point?
Yes, yes.
Okay. See.
So against which we got that line.
Okay. See what happens when you differentiate this. Okay. Then it will come like 2mx minus y actual. Okay. And then this error something like, I think m. No, just a minute. Calculus, if you do in respect to m, I think it will come x. Okay, this value, this term will become 0 because it is not having any m, right? You are differentiating for m. Now m will be something like y actual, some change by x, something like that, right?
Yeah.
So this is what happens. So suppose at first time you get this point, okay, because you don't know what is the correct value of m in the string. That's what you are trying to do by differentiating with respect to m. Okay. Now what happens if you are at this point? Your slope is positive. Remember, your slope is positive, right? This equation, and what is your slope? This is your slope, value of slope. Everyone agrees with me here? This is your value of slope. I am not interested here to find out here I am not trying to find out the value of m. I am just trying to find out the point at which this equation will be minimum. So this y actual by x is not I am trying to find out. Okay. These are variable values. There's a very much a dead silence. So either people have give up or either they are able to understand everything.
Maybe some of them may doubt. So that's why they don't, because this is a very important topic at a descent. So you have to ask some questions.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe I will start again a little bit. Yeah, someone asked actually. I don't know why people are not asking question. Okay. So here our Jm is nothing but when you made the C 0, mx minus y actual. This is my Jm. I am not dividing by number of data points just for simplicity. Okay. This is my Jm. Okay. For any point on this equation, this is equation Jm. Okay. Jm, and with respect to n, this is the equation of graph. Okay. Now for any point on this one, if I have to minimize it, I want to find out this one, I need to differentiate it and equate it to 0 with respect to m. Okay, and equate it to 0. That is the method. Okay, when you do this, okay, and solve and put the value, then you will get this. But for that you need this x and y value, then only you will get this point. Okay. Now here these are, we don't know. Okay, so what we will do, will not equate to 0. We just do this and we will arrive at this point when you differentiate with respect to m, you will come to this point. Okay. Now, when you are at this point, you need to move towards this on the left hand side. Okay. Suppose if you are on this side, you need to move toward this side. So then only you will arrive to this point, the best point. Okay. So at this point, my value is this. So what should I do to move towards this point? And remember, at this point, my slope is positive. So what should I do so that I will start moving towards left? Any idea? Don't worry if you are not able to reply that what you should do, because this is not something very easy, because people have lost touch with calculus for a long time. It is not easy to reply. Okay. So if I have to move towards left, okay, this is the point and I need to move towards left. Okay. So what I do, this is your delta m. Okay. Delta m, change in little bit value, this slope actually. Okay. So if you want a new m value, so suppose after first time, okay, this is iterative. Gradient descent is your iteration we do. So next value of m, okay, I will say suppose m1, okay, is your m0 minus this one. Okay. So this is iteration. So first time I divided with respect to m and it came here somewhere this. Now this value is positive. If this is on the right hand side, okay, this side, it will be positive. Okay. So if you minus this value from the m0, okay, you will get m1 for next iteration. Okay. So this value is positive. Now suppose if this point is on the left hand side of this point, okay, so here your slope value is negative. And what happened if you see this m0, if this value is negative, then it will be m0 minus this is negative, so this is delta m. So what you are doing, you are adding something to the m0. This point is nothing but your m0. Okay, so if you add very minor change in your value, what will happen? You will move towards right hand side. Okay, and if you are already at this point 1, I will say, then slope is positive. Okay, and again your point is this m0, and if you minus some positive value from this, okay, so it will start moving towards this. If this is clear? Yes, please.
Rishi, one more doubt here. So in the equation, so how do we know that whether it's a negative or the positive one? So do we handle it separately in this case?
No,
right?
No. See, this equation, that's I was trying to say, suppose first case, this is positive. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, just a minute, I will rub again. It became very dirty. So I will tell this is 0.1 and this is 0.2. Okay, here your slope is positive. and here your slope is negative, correct?
Yes.
Now here first iteration I am saying this is m naught and this is also m naught. I am saying same thing because we don't know when behind the screen the point is coming as P1 or P2, we don't know. We want a general equation, right? We want a general equation.
Yeah.
If I come on point 1, I should move towards left, or if I come on point 2, I should move towards right, correct? Then only I can reach this point. Everyone agree?
Yes.
Right? Now, what happened when I am, suppose, just take the case first, P1. If I am point P1, I want something to be, this is m naught. Okay? I want something to be minus from this value, something, so that I will start moving towards left, right? Everyone agrees? Anyone have problem? Please raise your voice. Okay, so everyone agrees with me. Okay, so from m naught I want to minus something, then only I can move towards left hand side. Since my slope is already positive, right? So if you minus this, you will start moving toward left, right? Your slope is positive, very minus slope. Yeah. So if this is, if you minus this, you will start moving towards left. Now take the second case. When you are on point 2, okay? So here, this is again m naught. Now, same equation, negative. Your slope is negative here. So what will happen? This will become m naught plus some value, because negative will become positive. M naught plus, I will say, delta m. So when you do this, you will start moving towards right, right? So till this point, when you will come on this point, your slope will become 0. So your this term will become 0, and that will be your correct m naught value, right? Everyone agrees here?
Yes, Risiji.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is what happens in gradient descent. Okay, now what I will do, I will take one example to explain this little bit more. I am giving, today we need to just understand this only, nothing else.
Rishiji, I think we forgot one more thing, like the hyperbola came because of the equation, right?
Yes, correct, correct. Because our equation is like that only.
Since it is a squared one, we got the hyperbola.
Yes, correct. It is Jm equal to this square term. That's why it is coming like a hyperbola.
Yeah, Rishiji, yeah.
Not hyperbola. This is parabola, right? This is parabola.
Sorry, parabola, sorry. Okay.
Okay. So now I will take one example. Yeah. So or I'm not having that photo of that. I need to draw many things. Just a minute. Let me give a try here. So don't think about this learning rate as of now. Okay, suppose we are having an equation y equal to 0.5 x. Okay, this is the one. Okay, so now here I will mark here also some values like okay. Now this point will be your j.5 and this will be your j1, and this point is nothing but your 0 because this graph is between m and jm, right? In terms of parabola, because here j and m is coming, you may be getting confused. It is nothing but your y and x. Y is your jm, okay, and x is your m. That's the only difference. You may be little bit what to say, might be what you feeling uneasy because of m and j. Okay, so this is nothing but your y like this. Okay, so don't get confused here. Okay, now what happened? We need to calculate j1. Okay, j1 we need to calculate. So what we will do, okay, I think we are having only 5 minutes again. All this drawing will go. Okay, can we rejoin? Because I will draw everything, it will go. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah, please rejoin.
Okay. Okay.
Hmm.